So the other day, I watched a video by Alex Hormozi, and if you're not familiar with Alex Hormozi, he's a fabulous YouTuber. He talks about business and wealth creation and bettering yourself. And he made a fantastic video titled 22 Ways to Stay Poor. In this video, he essentially looked at 22 ways to make money, but spun it round and put a spin on it. Instead of 22 ways to get rich, it was 22 ways to stay poor. The point of the video being, do exactly the opposite of what he said. I thought it might be fun to create a video, 9 ways to kill your shrimp. In this video, if you follow everything I share with you, the chances are you will kill your shrimp pretty quickly. Now a disclaimer, as I say, this is a tongue-in-cheek video. We're having a bit of a joke around the subject. At no point am I actually suggesting you kill your shrimp, so please don't email in telling me what a bad person I am. So let's get started. My first recommendation as a great way to kill all your shrimp is don't bother to allow your new tank to cycle or mature before you add the shrimp. Get your tank, set it up, decoration, fill it with water, chuck the shrimp in. I can almost guarantee you within a week or two, those shrimp will be goners. Don't allow any biofilm to develop. Don't allow any bacteria or algae. Don't allow any life to start in that tank before you add the shrimp. Just get them, chuck them in on day one. Fabulous. They'll be goners for sure. Now, tip number 2 for killing all of your shrimp is don't bother to feed them. Shrimp are scavengers, they're detrivores. Let them make their own living. Let them scrounge whatever they can find in the aquarium, right? If you feed them, they're going to thrive and do really well. If you want to kill them all off, just let them fend for themselves, leave them to their own devices. I'm sure they'll be fine. They'll find something to eat, right? And if they don't, well, then tough on them. One of the best ways we can kill all our shrimp is to make sure we don't target feed them. Don't give them high protein bloodworm. Don't give them algae wafer or good quality sinking foods with a range of vitamins and minerals. No, don't do any of that. Just let them scavenge for whatever they can and they will die pretty quick. So method number 3 to kill all of your shrimp is to keep them with fish that are likely to eat them. If you keep them with angelfish, large members of the gourami family, sometimes with betters and goldfish, anything that can fit those shrimp in their mouth will quickly eat them and your shrimp will all be dead. Plus, don't give them any hiding places. Don't provide big clumps of moss or live plants. Don't provide rock piles where they can hide. Leave your shrimp out in the open with big fish. I guarantee you, give it a week or so, all your shrimp will be gone. Keeping shrimp with fish that will happily eat them is a great way to kill off your colony. I guarantee you. Now the 4th way on my list to kill all your shrimp, and this is one of my favorites, is make sure you run big, powerful filters. Do not cover the strainer with an intake sponge. If you put in a sponge over the intake of that filter, the shrimp can't get sucked in and they won't die. You need to leave that filter running up full tilt. Ideally, maybe even take the strainer off so any shrimp that come along gets sucked up, and the chances are your shrimp will die pretty quickly. Hang on back filters and canister filters are fabulous. By just sucking shrimp up, they go anywhere near the intake and they're goners. Great way to kill your shrimp. Now, suggestion number 5 to kill all your shrimp is to carry out water changes as often as you can. Don't let any sort of stability form in that aquarium. You want to be changing water. You want to be scrubbing the algae off the sides. Oh, don't allow the algae to grow. Shrimp love algae. Get rid of that if you want to kill them off. You want to do everything you can to prevent stability forming in that tank. Change water, fiddle with the heater, muck about with the filter. Make sure any algae you find on the glass you scrape off straight away. Constantly mucking about with your tank, making changes as often as you can, and doing your best to prevent any form of stability forming in that tank is a great way to kill your shrimp. I almost can't recommend it enough. Now, my 6th favourite way to kill all your shrimp is to follow the advice of everybody on the internet, regardless of who they are, and more importantly, regardless of what you find when you look into your shrimp tank. If you look into your shrimp tank and the shrimp are doing well, but somebody else is suggesting you make changes, don't worry about the fact your shrimp are doing well. Follow their advice regardless of how things are going for you. That's a great way to kill your shrimp. Don't look at your shrimp. Don't observe what's going on. Don't act on your own instincts and see if something's working for you, stick with it. Blindly follow the advice of anybody on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, because if they've got a Facebook account, they must be right. I don't care how well you're getting on with your tank. If some random person suggests making major changes to your tank, do it. That's a great way to kill all your shrimp. Now, tip number 7 for killing all your shrimp is never ever add live plants to your aquarium. Live plants are terrible. Live plants will remove ammonia and nitrite and nitrates from the water. They will provide places for your shrimp to hide and feel safe. They'll provide places where biofilm and bacteria form. Shrimp love to eat that stuff. Do not use live plants in your aquarium. If you do, your aquarium will be healthier, and you don't want that. You want your shrimp to die. Whatever you do, never ever use live plants in your aquarium. That's a surefire way to success, and none of us want that. So tip number 8 for killing all of your shrimp is don't bother to find out what your water parameters are. Who cares? Just go to the store, buy some shrimp, chuck them in your water. There's a great chance they will all die. Neocaridina shrimp love the water to be hard. They love lots of dissolved minerals. They want the pH to be nice and high. Caridina shrimp, on the other hand, they like soft water. They want few dissolved minerals in the water. They like the pH to be nice and low. If you go to the trouble of finding out what parameters you have and then buying shrimp accordingly, they might survive. Who wants that? We want our shrimp to die. Go to the store, buy some random shrimp, chuck them in your water no matter what the parameters are. Great way to kill all your shrimp. Tip number 9 for making sure all your shrimp die is do not, whatever you do any sort of research before you get your shrimp. Researching will bring you knowledge, it will bring you power. You don't want that. You do that, your shrimp will thrive. That'd be a disaster. If you want a great way to kill off all your shrimp, do not research what shrimp you're getting before you get them. Just go out and buy some shrimp. What could possibly go wrong? They're my 9 tips to make sure you kill all your shrimp. Of course, what you could always do is the opposite of everything I said, and then your colony will probably thrive. Your shrimp will be happy and healthy and colourful. Your shrimp will breed, they will have babies, and your colony will grow. Who wants that, right? But if you do want that, why don't you check out my 7 secrets to breeding more shrimp? Thanks for watching.